Hey there! Today we're going to be talking about a pen that was lent to me by Joost Appelboom of Appelboom Pennen, and the brand is Magna Carta. I may or may not have introduced the two gentlemen there. Anyway, Magna Carta, made in India. I like Magna Carta. I like what they do a lot. Ebonite feeds, they came out with number 8 nibs that were then adopted by other people. For example, pretty sure Edison Pen Company, their number 8 nibs are the ones made by Magna Carta, which is really cool. Often, not always, but often the Magna Carta pens are a little bigger. Typically they look quite nice, pretty good, fairly refined features, and they're pleasant writers. I've really found they're pleasant writers. Ebonite feed, you know, it's a nice flow, smooth nibs, just very pleasant. This particular pen is in the mineral series, it's Peace, so that's P-E-A-C-E. Larger pen, like I said, wrapped in actual mineral, which is kind of cool, also gives it a bit of heft. It does have a number 6 nib, not the number 8. I think this might look pretty cool with a number 8, but number 6 is what we have, and that's fine. Nice, smooth nib, really pretty pleasant to use. I'm going to cover the parts of the pen. I'll do a writing sample. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Did I say? I don't think so. Appelboom, click the banner on my website, you get a 10% discount there, right? Might be nice if you're looking to get this or something else, everything except Mont Blanc. Let's get started. Okay, let's cover the parts of this Magna Carta Peace from the mineral series. There is also bronzite and rose available, slightly different colors and finishes. Nibs, fine, medium, broad, number 6, steel, but with an ebonite feed, actually wrapped in mineral, sorry, the pen, not the feed, which makes for a very solid pen. 322 euros at Appelboom. Don't forget the 10% discount. Let's first look at the box. Magna Carta, cardboard outer sleeve, Magna Carta logo, inner cardboard box, Magna Carta, nice and simple, little pen sleeve. We've got a little Magna Carta warranty card, very nice, very simple, nothing fancy, no frills, but you do get a nice pen. Let's look at that pen, and let's look at it right next to a Pilot Metropolitan. I shall zoom in for your viewing pleasure, and as you can see, right next to the Pilot Metropolitan, this is a larger pen, larger and girthier. It's also quite solid. It feels fairly heavy, and that's what you would expect in something that's basically wrapped in something that is very stone-like. Parts of the pen. On top we have a finial that's black. We have a fairly large clip with a little wheel, and that works fairly well. A little misaligned there, but it works fairly well. It's not actually spinning. It was spinning before. Oh, there we go. Maybe I was doing it the wrong direction. Works fairly well. Does what it's supposed to do. We have gold band, or gold colored band, Magna Carta on one side, nothing on the other side of the center band, another gold colored ring, pen, and then the end cap there. Also black material, same as at the top of the cap. Shape reminds me a little bit of the old Parker Duofolds. Like I said, somewhat larger pen and feels solid. I do want to give you a slightly better look at this material. I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm just checking, how's the white balance doing? Yeah, it's pretty good. So it was a little hard. It's strange weather. It was sunny and then overcast and then sunny, so I had to adjust some things. I was a little finicky and I had to have a light on. I'm sorry, but it seems pretty good. So it's quite a nice material. It's I would say a very dark gray with some purple highlights to it. I don't know how well that'll come across, but there will be pictures on the website for you to watch where you can see that more up close. Okay, cap unscrews. You will notice, I'll come back to that, quite a step down from this section, but I'll come back to that. Quite comfortable. I feel it stepped down a little bit, but again, more later. Metal threads, I always like that. This looks like some sort of, I don't know, plastic, whatever, but some sort of acrylic type section. We have number 6 nib with the Magna Carta logo actually engraved, not laser engraved, actually engraved, and ebonite feed. I love these feeds. I have the same feed on my Magna Carta Elements. I love that pen. Very nice, juicy, really good flow. Looks like gold, but it's steel, right? Then we have, and this is number 6. I know they also have the number 8 nibs, but this is number 6. Cartridge converter filled. I've been playing around quite a bit with this. Schmidt K, what is this? K5, I want to say, whatever. Schmidt converter, simple, nice, does the job. Nothing fancy. Like I said, bigger pen, thinner section for the barrel size of that pen. Doesn't really post. I mean, you can sort of more or less balance the cap, but I'm getting the feeling this was not meant to do that with. So let's not push our luck, and let's just use it unposted. Let's move on to a writing sample. Zoom out a little bit. We have here the Magna Carta Mineral series, and it's a piece, but if you don't mind, I'll leave that out. This is a broad steel nib, and the ink is Delft's Blauw by Ackerman, a nice washable blue. I have a broad nib on my Magna Carta Elements as well, and I'll tell you right now, these are not the broadest nibs in the world. So if you like broader nibs, I would get a broad. If you like medium nibs, I would also get a broad. And if you like fine nibs, maybe get a medium or a fine. I don't think I've tried their number 6 fine or medium nibs. But I mean, this broad is not the broadest in my mind. Here we have one of their number 8 broad nibs on this Edison. Again, it's not the broadest I have ever seen, right? Here we have, this is a Armando Simoni Club Studio. This is a medium. I don't think that's that much thinner than this broad is. Not a problem. I'm just trying to communicate these things so you kind of know what to expect if you want to buy one. Fast writing. Again, ebonite feed keeps up nicely with the ink demand on the wetter side of things. This is a pretty dry ink, so that's quite impressive. One reason I really like ebonite feeds. Line variation. That's certainly a round nib. Not advertised as a flex nib, but I found you can squeeze these a little bit. Very careful. Again, it's not a flex nib, so don't push it too hard, but you can add a little bit of character to your handwriting. For those of you who enjoy such a thing, reverse writing is possible. It doesn't become super scratchy. Remember that the camera always picks up the frequency pretty well and makes it, or the microphone I should say, makes it sound scratchier than it is. It's really quite smooth. I've seen way worse with upside down writing, and you definitely go from, again, I would call this a good medium, to something like a fine or extra fine. So if that's what you're really in the market for, you like to flip them over and do this kind of stuff, then that is a very good choice, I would say. Solid pen. You feel it, but it's not too heavy, at least not for me. So I could write with this for a longer period of time. Don't be put off by the stone. Yes, it is a heavier pen. I don't think it's going to wear out your hands after 2 sentences. Don't expect that. I haven't weighed it yet, but I'm gonna make an estimate and then we can place bets. But I'm gonna go with around 50 grams or so. So it's heavier, but I've seen worse. Let's talk about likes and dislikes. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? I think it's pretty original. I have seen people use, and I want to use the term that Pelikan uses, the binde, but I've seen people who make kit pens use stone to do things with, to wrap their pens with. Then you have a stone barrel, stone cap. Makes for heavier pens. Not unheard of. Visconti has done something with marble, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, it's not that this idea is groundbreaking, but I think it is well executed. The pens look nice, feel solid, nice, a bit bigger. It's really quite comfortable. So I really like that. It just feels very solid, very well made, and that I think is really, really nice. Other things I don't like so much. Well, it's not cheap. 322 euros for steel nib is not cheap. You do get an ebonite feed, which is very nice flow properties, right? And it has a cartridge converter supplied, so that's kind of nice too. I like those things. It's a good writer. But the price, like I said, is a little high. I think more because price is always, it's a subjective thing, right? For some people, 322 euros is nothing. I'm not one of those people. Anyway, I think a bigger, more objective issue is the step down. The step down from the barrel is quite substantial, as you can see here. And that, I know, is something that drives some people insane. You can't post this pen, but I mean, it's pretty substantial and solid. I don't think you necessarily will miss that. That step down is big. Now, it's also not the world's shortest section, so I find it still comfortable to hold, but even then, I do notice that step down. You feel it at the back end of the first phalanx of your fingers. So it's something to be aware of, right? It does have that step down. It is the thing. It's something to take into account if that's not really a thing. I know that some people get really turned off by pens like that and find them uncomfortable. If you're one of those people, this model is not for you. Magna Carta does also do models that are much more flush. The Elements, for example, which is a pen that I absolutely love. Anyway, there you have it. Kind thank you to Joost Appelboom for lending me this. I appreciate it. I hope this was useful, and I'm glad to see you later. Bye.